guys, welcome back. It's Sleepy here. Before I get started, I do want to warn you guys, I talk a lot and I really want to get into this topic slash story time that I'm going to be telling you guys. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get into this video. See this? He is sleeping, he has no harness, he has no leash, and he's still doing really good. The reason I point that out is that this morning we didn't get denied. We weren't denied services, but they started on the wrong foot from the beginning. So I'm gonna go quickly through the story and then tell you guys my thoughts, so maybe that will help. Okay, sorry about that. So we went into this restaurant. It's a very well-known restaurant. I'm pretty sure it's throughout the states kind of restaurant. It's a breakfast place. I'm not gonna say where, but I've been to this restaurant many times, even with Ethos, and they have been wonderful. They've been offered in water, yada yada. They've been great. But this specific location was not that this time. From the moment that we walked in, it was three of us. It was me, Mom, and one of our friends. Mom saw that there was a bit of a crowd, like there was like one or two people, two groups waiting when we stepped in, so she told me that the chairs were to the left, so I gave Ethos commands. I sat down, he found me a chair, I praised him, we settled in. Mom came from getting us or signing us up to the list, and she was like, that lady was like, if that's not a service dog, he is not welcome, or the dog's not welcome. And my mom's like, well, he is a service dog. And what made me really like weirded out was that I was clearly giving him commands. He was executing these commands. He was getting praised for them, and he was settling down without a fuss. So almost immediately, I would say we got settled in. But the thing is, I don't know this specific restaurant's layout, these locations. So I didn't think about it. So when we stepped into the main dining area, we turned right. And we walked several steps, and then all I hear my mom saying, hey, I hope you're not sitting us here because of the dog. And I hear what would you call her, a hostess? I don't know. She was like, no, this is the only table that we have cleaned and available right now. Which was weird because the dining area was not even full. So strange. But they let it go. That's what we do a lot. We just let it go. And we did that a lot today as well, like throughout the whole thing. It took about 15 minutes before we decided to say, hey, no one has approached us, not even to get our drinks or welcomed us, nothing. So they called out to a waitress, and my mom's friend's like, hey, is there any waitresses here? And the lady's like, oh, you guys are ready? Like if we were supposed to ask for their assistance when we were ready. And even with that, it still took about another 10 minutes and a talk to the manager before we actually got someone to come over. And this waitress was rude, impatient, and not very welcoming. You can hear it in her voice, and my mom and her friend said her expression and her body language was very like not very friendly. When she started asking, because my mom's friend told her exactly what I wanted, so I wouldn't have to think of the whole name and stuff like that. And instead of talking to me, she was talking to my mom's friend. And then when she started asking what I wanted, I spoke up for myself. And she hesitated before like continuing. And every time I asked something like, first thing, no eggs, she made it sound like it was the weirdest thing that anyone to ask. She's like, you don't want any eggs? Like, it was like really strange. I can't even explain it to you. But throughout the whole interaction with not just me, but with my mom and my mom's friend, she was rude and not very friendly. She even snatched the menus out of their hands when they handed it over. And it was just really weird overall. Like, it was very uncomfortable. We felt very unwelcomed. We felt like we were put in the corner for a reason. And one thing, when I sat down, it felt really enclosed, and I thought we were in a room for a second. We were definitely away from the main part of the dining area. There was a table, a wall in front of me, a wall to my left, and it might be a half wall, I'm not sure, but I definitely heard the hostess area, the front counter, whatever you would call it, to my right, and then the main part of the dining hall to my right, and to the back, like behind me to the right. So we were sat away from the main part of the dining, and that's the really thing that really rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, I know that it's really not good to have dogs around food with other people, but he's a service animal and he has every right to be there. Again, we didn't fight it, and neither did my mom or her friend, but we were all a little mad, a little frustrated, because everyone that we spoke to was rude and not kind, and it was just a bad experience overall. And my question to you guys is, what would you guys have done? Like, it's not like in your face, up front kind of denial or discrimination. So what would you guys have done? Would you guys said something, or would you been like us? Like, we always do this. I'm like, if we can take a deep breath and brush it aside and just try to make the best of the thing, we will. But would you guys have said something directly? Like, the manager himself was being a little rude, and he finally got us a waitress, but still, like, he was not happy about it. And I'm not going back to this location. I felt like I was being, I don't know what the word is that I'm trying to say, but I was put in the corner, quite literally in the corner, because of Ethos, and it's really sad. And he was doing really good. So yeah, what do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts. I would like to know, so I can learn from what your experiences, or what you would have done differently. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.